Tyler, captain of Team Skill Drain. How you doing tonight, dude?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. So I hear you did pretty dang good. Where'd you go?
Denver, to the regional.
How'd you do in Swiss?
I got top 32, so I got my invite for nationals for
What
next
deck
year.
did you play?
Of course, it's branded.
Branded.
You know me. You know me. I'm the branded guy. Gotta play my branded. Love it.
How long have you been playing branded?
Since release, I want to say that's 5 years, 3 years, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, still not gonna play the field spell.
No.
Okay.
Card's bad.
Yeah, okay. So what you got for us here? Start us off.
I'll show off that list. Some of the stuff's pretty standard. So 3 Aluber, it's pretty standard. Especially because I'm playing a 50 card list, you want to play more normal summons for the deck. And so I play 2 Quem and 1 Tragedy. You definitely can go down to 1 Quem, but I prefer 2, especially with Fuwalos being a thing. That was a big consideration for this list, is how can I play around Fuwalos without having my opponent draw infinite cards when I try to puppet lock someone.
Right, okay.
I play 3 Fallen of Albaz. You just kind of have to at this point, especially if you're grinding. 3 Cartesia. This is also a consideration to drop to 2. I like 3. I've been on 3 for a very long time. It's just always felt a lot better. You always have more ways to Cartesia, which is more ways to dodge Valor and Imperm.
So why play more Cartesia and less Quem?
Cartesia is just generally the better card for going first. It helps you dodge Valor, helps you dodge Imperm, because those are hit traps that can just ruin your turn if you don't draw a way to access Branded Fusion, especially with it going to 1. Quem is playable, but a lot of the time it's a 2-card starter, whereas Cartesia can be a 1-card starter.
Okay.
3 Shrouded Dragon. The reason for this is because we're on Branded and High Spirits. It's a draw 1, and then it also sets up your grave for Branded and High Spirits lines. 2 Mercurier because I'm playing Allure of Darkness in this list, and then the 1 Kit because if you banish your Branded Fusion, then you need to get away. You need some way to get it back. 3 Saronir isn't the most common thing. It's also not the rarest thing. I wanted extra Bistils for the Azamina decks that were getting played, and it came up several times where I would throw a Bistil at them, and they're like, I lost my whole Azamina engine. That's why I also play the 1 Magnemite, 1 Lubellion because it's standard and branded, and then the 1 Puppet. You gotta play it. You hate it. You hate to see it. But it is what it is. For the spells...
How many times did you puppet lock in your regionals?
Fun fact, I did once.
Oh, okay.
I only puppet locked once
In
because...
how many
there's 8 rounds.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. The deck does not need to play Puppet, but there are certain matchups like Tenpai where you give them a Puppet, they can't kill you. And they cry every time. 3 Branded Opening. Very good card for the deck. If this were to go to 1, that would really hurt the deck, frankly speaking. 2 High Spirits, because like I said, I'm on Branded High Spirits. This is a cracked card. This is the other not Branded Fusion, Branded Fusion. Any Dark Dragon in your hand plus High Spirits is full combo. That's crazy. 1 Branded Lost because it's a broken card. Everyone hates to not respond to things, and Lost does that for you, so it's great. The 1 Branded Fusion, sad to see it at 1, it is what it is. 1 Branded in red, because it's a great target to search off Albion, and 1 Branded in white. Branded in white is the other searchable fusion spell if you either draw Branded Fusion or if you see the another way to access your lines without playing around Ash, then Branded in white's great. 3 Fusion Deployment. I actually use this a lot to summon Albaz and force like 3 to 4 interactions off of this card. Just normal summoning Cartesia and going Fusion Deployment, reveal Albaz, they're like, I don't want you to have a Mirror Jade, chain, something effect, and then you go Cartesia to fuse it away, and then you've baited 3 interactions off of that. It's crazy. Thrust, because if you get Mulcharmy, you go, cool, thrust for any broken card in the main or side. 3 Allure, because I like to draw cards, especially in 50 cards. Foolish Bearer.
Have you ever discarded your whole hand?
I did.
Oh,
I did
no.
1 round.
Oh no.
I was like, I need this to resolve and hopefully work, and then it didn't. And I was like, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
1 Foolish Burial, 1 Gold Sark, 1 Talents. These are thrust targets for either going second or going first. 3 Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse is crazy. Anybody playing anything remotely not fusion-based is crying when they see this card get flipped on them. I played 2 rounds of Sprite, and I would book both of their level 2s that they would summon. They're like, I can't play the game. And then the last 2 cards in the main is 1 Fusion Duplication, 1 Branded Retribution. This is also your thrust target if your Branded Fusion gets ashed, so it's really good for that. And then Retribution is just a standard for the deck. Gets you back Branded Fusion. Also is a special summon negate, so that can come up as well.
So only 1 Retribution, even with Branded Fusion at 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the time what you're doing is using both Spriggan's Kit and Despia Tragedy to recycle it from Grave. And then Fusion Duplication, because it banishes it, you'll have to use Kit to get it back from Banish.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was the main. Like I said, it was 50 cards. I've loved playing 50. You can play 60. A lot of people like playing 60 as well. I find it a little bit less consistent.
Just so everybody knows, I don't think I've ever seen him play a 40-card branded deck ever. I don't know.
I did on release.
Okay.
But with more cards that have come out, it's just been like, you just gotta go higher.
There's so many good cards.
Yeah. So for the extra deck, I play 2 Mirror Jade. You can play 1. I like playing 2, especially if you get Flamberge pushed Mirror Jade back. It's like really sketchy. So you like to play 2 for that reason. I play 2 Albion, the Branded Dragon. Great target to send for High Spirits. Great target to send with Lubellion. All around really good card. 1 Searing Dragon for recursion facts. That's all it's really there for. 1 Rinbrum. It doesn't come up super often, but when it does, it's like an FTK. I had this up against a Promethean Princess against Fire King, and they were like, I can't Promethean back my Flamberge because he'll just put it back in the extra deck, and then I don't have anything to do.
Okay.
1 Titaniclad, 1 Sanctifier. This is basically just a send-off Ranganule, and then Sanctifiers for Puppet. 2 Granganule the Dust Dragon. Granganule is a crazy card. You have to play 2, especially if you are planning to Puppet Lock under Fuwalos. You need 1 to send one of your Titaniclad or your Albion, and then the other one is to summon the Puppet. 1 Quertus because it helps in time. It also is just a really big wall sometimes that's annoying to get through. And then for the non-Despia stuff, I have 1 Furious, 1 Dragostapelia. Furious came up quite a bit. It's really good at popping continuous spells and traps, which came up a lot with the Azamina stuff. It comes up with Sprite cards, so that was very good. Dragostapelia almost never came up. It's a good card, it just never really came up.
Any Centurion matches?
Not with me, but it is really good into Centurion with Dragostapelia making it a level 1, so it's like, what do you synchro into at that point?
Right.
And then the best card in the extra deck. I summoned this so many times. It was an FTK against so many players because nobody was playing Droplet. Light and Darkest Dragonlord.
Okay.
This card is a mandatory 3 on the negate. And so it will negate the first thing in Chainlink 1 the first 3 times that something is activated.
OP?
Super OP. Like, I ran into so many players where I summoned this thing and they're just like, I can't play through 3 Omni negates. Like, they activate, like, I played against Millennium and they're like, Temple? And I was like, negate. And he's like, effect a special? Negate. Pass. Like, they can't break through it. The also funny thing is because it negates activation, if you get your full combo with Branded, and you have Lost on field, any of your fusion spells can't be negated with this. So even if they want to pass and be like, okay, you can't play under your own Light and Darkest Dragonlord, you totally can. Any fusion effect can't be, the activation can't be negated, so you just play under it anyway.
Oh,
which is
dang.
crazy.
That is crazy. So you can, so does it still trigger though? Is it still using one of the negates?
It still uses one of the negates,
Okay.
But because it can't negate activation, you're fine. You just proceed to go anyway. I did it to a guy playing, I think it was the Millennium player specifically, where I summoned this, and he was like, yeah, I'll pass you. I won't die here. And I was like, okay, chain. I went to my turn. I went Tragedy, target Branded Fusion Engraved to add it back, and I mandatory negated it. I chained Retribution to add it back to hand, because I can't negate that as Chainlink 3.
Right.
Add it back, activates Branded Fusion, forces the negate, but it can't negate it under Lost, and I proceeded to OTK.
That's crazy. So you were telling me that the Sanctifier was a part of a Fuwalos combo to help play around Fuwalos. So can you set that combo up for us?
Sure. So in this combo, you will normal summon the Aluber, which will grab Branded Opening. You'll use the Branded Opening, discarding a blank card, doesn't matter what, to summon Quem, that's 1 draw. And you'll go Quem Effect to send the Fallen of Albaz. and then you can either deployment or special the Cartesia, whichever one you have. Using these two to fuse, we'll go into a Granguignol for 2. This effect will send Albion to the grave, and then you will summon back the Cartesia, and you'll pass turn. So with that, Albion will set Branded in red to your field. So you don't even need the High Spirits in this case, but that's a way to search part of the combo. And then on their turn, you'll basically just go Branded in red, targeting Albaz. And then you will add that back. And then you'll use Cartesia as well. You can fuse that into the second copy of Granguignol, which will send the puppet. And then you can fuse these two into Sanctifier for puppet. And that was 2 summons for Fuwalos, and you still get a puppet.
And so the puppet would have been sent off this Granguignol right here?
Yeah. And then you can go like Sanctifier, summon, you can search a Branded Fusion off that.
So they net only 2 cards, but you get puppet lock, so that's pretty crazy. And,
Yeah.
and you get 3 bodies on the board.
Yep.
That's pretty insane. Nice. So let's take a look at your side deck there.
Yeah. So, because I was expecting more Fuwalos, I actually have a really big thrust package set up. So,
Pause.
for my going second board breakers, I play 3 evenly matched. Evenly is just really good in the format. If you play into Yubel, it forces Omni Negates, and then you can chain Book of Eclipse and book their board, and then they don't get to play the game. I play 2 Lightning Storm and a Harpy's Feather Duster for the same reason, for board breaking. A lot of decks have really good back row right now, so just being able to blow them out is really easy and really convenient. And then for my going first package is 1 Brightest Blazing Branded King, 1 Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon, 1 There Can Be Only 1 The Black Goat Laughs, 1 Dimensional Barrier. So these 4 are all thrustable. So depending on the matchup, I will thrust into any one of these, and it'll be an FTK. Because I draw so many cards, There Can Be Only 1 does come up. It did come up in a couple of my rounds where I just drew into it from drawing so many cards, and I blew someone out with it.
So this is a lesser seen tech.
Yeah, so this card is really good in Branded specifically because of Droplet. Because Droplet activates and sends for cost, and then most people won't send traps, you can activate this in response. Choose a fusion monster you control that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material, and negate the effects of all face-up cards currently in the field until the end of this turn. During the end phase, if a fusion monster was sent to the grave this turn, you can add it back. So, as long as you control a fusion monster that mentions Albaz, which is Sanctifier, which this is always to protect your puppet lock, basically, you'd have it set off of like sending Albion. You'll go Sanctifier target, they'll go Droplet, you go Chain. That negates the Droplet, and unless they send a trap, they're cooked. And most of the time they're not sending a trap, because if they were, it's probably Imperm, or the Dead Evenly or something, so it doesn't come up very often. But it is very funny, I have used it quite a few times to just ruin people's days with that.
Alright, so...
The last 4 cards.
Yeah.
This was specifically if I saw a lot of links. I play 3 Phantasme for draw power, and I play 1 Masquerade the Blazing Dragon for time. Only came up once where I had to use it. Light and Darkest Dragon Lord and Puppet were just good enough to win most of my games pretty quickly. So,
was one of the reasons you were playing Phantasme for like Fiendsmith, or what was the biggest thing you saw?
Yubel and Fire King Snake Eye.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Fire King Snake Eye does a lot of links, and so you can get anywhere from 2 to 3 draws off it. And then same goes for Yubel. You can get 2 to 3 draws off of it as well.
Nice.
But yeah, that was my deck list.
Well, thanks for representing Team Skill Drained.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
It's always
awesome.
fun to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So
Yeah, and any shout outs?
yeah, shout outs to the team, Matt and Eric, and even Beck. We did a ton of testing for this, and so it was a great time. I appreciate getting lost many times trying to figure out combos too. And shout outs to the locals. You guys are great. You guys are what keep me going, because it's always fun to play with you guys, and hope you guys have a great day.
Cool. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah, bye.